Let's take a look at Devin Booker's performance against the Warriors after that beatdown that really probably nobody saw coming. First bucket for him, he's going to get a pick and roll opportunity here with Ayton. Now he could definitely slide that pass to Ayton, pocket pass, potentially throw it over for an alley-oop because he's only got Steph Curry on him. But not enough defense on him in his eyes. He just decides to take that easy floater in your face. Now Mikal gets a long rebound here, fakes it to DA, kicks it over to Booker. Booker once again can hit DA in the paint, but just decides, look, I'm going to go for it tonight. Pulls in Draymond's face, bucket. What can you do? Now, if there's one thing people want to give Booker crap for, it's his defense, and it's understandable. He didn't used to be very good at defense, but he is improving. Case in point, 3 steals tonight. This time, just a little how do you do to Draymond, not looking. Easy bucket the other way. We were getting easy buckets all night, whether it was Chris Paul setting up beautiful dimes for people, just for free buckets in transition, just IQ buckets, or Booker getting steals and the rest of the team getting steals, getting transition points. Suns are loving doing this little handoff from Ayton to Booker, turning that into a pick and roll. Here we've got Moody, bottom left, trying to stay with Booker. I don't think that's a good enough defender. Let's see how it plays out. Booker makes his break, handoff from Ayton, pick and roll. Way too easy, way too much space for that floater. Basically the same play here. What would be a handoff and wrap around. He gets a nice screen here and decides to go left and hit Wiggins with a nice little step back in your face. Nothing you can do about it. MVP level play. Honestly, Devin and Ayton in the pick and roll has just been devastating. We need to see way more of it, like a running game for an NFL team. Now we've got Campaign, who had a nice game. Jock with the screen, gets it to Book, top of the key. He just gets to his spot at the elbow, much like Kobe, elevate, and once again, Moody, not a good enough player to stop him. Now, remember what I said about Chris Paul setting up easy points for the team. Pushes it ahead to Mikal. Mikal identifies Booker going backdoor. They get caught sleeping, and you're not going to see easier buckets for Devin Booker than that. Late game, the Suns pretty much have it wrapped up at this point. Doesn't stop Booker. He's in a pick and roll opportunity here with Landale, and he pulls a deep 3 that almost won me $200 with my parlay. Really nice to see Devin Booker taking these deep 3s and hitting with a hand in the face. This is a great one. Ty Jerome, former Phoenix Sun, draftee. He and Booker are friends. He backs him down a little bit, gets some separation right here. I mean, look at this. A lot of NBA players are hitting this shot. You know Devin Booker is. Little fadeaway, kiss, little chef's kiss for the crowd. But we all know Booker can score. By now, most people know that he can run the offense as well. But this is what I'm talking about with an MVP performance. He's just getting his team involved. Here you see a nice pass into the paint to DA. You get a lot of criticism for Booker and the rest of the Suns, rightfully so sometimes, just complaining that they can't get it into DA. Well, here you go, right where he needs it, up high, turn around hook shot, and it was a great way to start to get Ayton going. And Booker's been very willing to do that this year. And I think that's why we're 3-1. Booker driving left on Looney, gets doubled in the paint, wisely throws it up high to Jock. Jock turns around, gets a goaltend, and that's why we love Jock. But great pass by Booker. Just playing the chess game of getting it to the right person at the right time. Someone who can finish in the paint if he's too heavily guarded, which he was. Booker driving left here on Kuminga, gets doubled again. This is what they're doing to him. This is what they like to do to Book. They like to double him and make him upset. He finds Bridges cutting. I mean, look at Jordan Poole here. He really doesn't have any choice. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's got Bridges on a baseline, Cam Johnson behind him. Perfect bounce pass. Bridges, just enough space to get that dunk off. Booker's going to take a handoff here from Campaign and run a pick and roll with Jock Landale. Terrific finish by Jock, but take a look at this overhead pass perfectly to Jock to lead him. On his right side, Wiggins cannot get to it, and Jock with a terrific concentration easily could have been a foul on one of these guys giving him body. And actually, I think it might have been. Here's another example of the Booker-Ayton pick and roll connection really starting to take form. I told you before, there's been pocket passes available. Here you see one. And Ayton, to his credit, does exactly what he needs to do. Puts his back to Draymond, gets physical, gives him a little bit of an elbow, creates space, and finishes confidently. There's nothing in the world I want to see more of than that. So 34 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists for Book. With Chris Paul not being himself this year, this is the year where Booker is going to actually get some MVP love. If he can stay on this pace, watch out. Everyone on the league is hereby on notice. See you guys for the Pelicans stream. Until then, Suns win, Suns win.